Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited to start diving into this new collection. Oh my goodness. It has been so long since I've played in any journal whatsoever, so I am so excited about that. I got my basket out here, and sometimes I like to organize all my little items and keep them out on my desk, but I don't really have room for that right now. I'm trying to sort through and organize my craft room, so I thought I could probably just set everything in this basket and set it on my desk. All right, so I wanted to show you guys, before I got started in the collection today, I wanted to show you some things that I've picked up at Dollar Tree. I think I might have mentioned it in the release video, and I'm sorry if you guys can hear my husband in the background. Now that we both are at home all the time and he's working from home in the other room, it's an adjustment. Okay, things I picked up at Dollar Tree. I might have mentioned some of these in a previous video with the release, but just in case you missed that, I picked up some of these popcorn bags. You get 8 of them in a package for $1, maybe $1.25. So they're really big, which you could use the popcorn label, you could use the striped. Anyway, that's a great thing to have on hand. I also picked up this stencil. I liked the hot air balloon stencil. Also, I always love the arrows. And it's just a fun little travel stencil, so I picked that up. I also picked up this set of stickers that I just recently saw. Again, it has 2 hot air balloons. Apparently, I think I'm loving the hot air balloons. I don't know how circus-y I'll get in my journal. We'll see. But I also really love the travel again and the palm tree postcards. So that's fun. I picked up a couple of these hot air balloon rub-ons. I did have a friend tell me sometimes these work, sometimes they don't. So buy at your own risk, I guess. I haven't tried them out myself yet, but I will be, so we'll see what happens with those. And then I picked up this out of the party section, 5 favorite boxes. Let me open this up real quick. Okay, so they are not made out of cardboard. I wasn't certain. I hadn't bought these for anything before. Now, these would be a lot of fun to make a pocket out of. I know they would fit on a page. I did think about cutting them apart and using them as the base of a tag, but they are small enough. Okay, so there's what they look like, full size, for those of you who don't know, like me. But I do like the fact that it could just be a pocket. That's really fun. I like those a lot. They had them in different colors as well. So I think that is everything that I picked up that is not part of the collection. Or I have my little bin here of leftover extra stuff from putting the collections together. All right, so I don't know. I think I'm just going to, this is so not like me, but I'm just going to put all of my stuff in that little basket. All my eggs in one basket. So because of all of the phone conversations going on here today, I'm going to speed this video up a little bit, start playing around in here, and I will do a voiceover and we'll see what happens. We'll see how we get started. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but one of the hardest things for me is always getting started. What do I want to do? Where do I want to start? So here I'm just kind of picking through the little packages of the collection to see what's inspiring to me. I decided to use one of these collage strips that I made in a previous video. If you missed that video and you would like to see how I created this, I will leave a link for that in the description box down below. Since I was having a hard time getting started and that was already pretty to me, I thought that would make a great tuck spot on that page. So now I grabbed these Hero Art stamps, these carousel horse stamps, and I'm going to add my library pocket to the front cover like I always like to do. I do keep it in the video. I think that I messed up. I messed up the first library pocket, and I think it was my ink pad. I hadn't used it in a long time, and some of my stuff, because it was in storage for a month in Florida here, it was super hot that month, and I think some of my supplies have seen better days. So anyway, I messed it up, but I did keep a little bit of that in the video. You can see that I switched ink colors. I started out with this little archival ink, and then later on I switched to a different ink pad. Okay, so now that we made it through stamping that library pocket, so you could see there that I just went and used a Distress Oxide in the color Wild Honey. I do like the way that ink color plays with this collection. Now I'm just going to decorate a little bit. I do end up using one of those vintage skee ball tickets that came in the kit to just add to the little library card here on the front. I do, even though these library pockets are sticky, I include them in most every collection. Even though they are sticky, they do tend to come up after a while, so I always add a little bit of glue to keep it down. Just FYI for you guys. Now I'm going to play around with some stars. I have these cut out stars here that somebody sent me in Happy Mail, and whoever you are, if you're watching, thank you so much. I love those little stars. But I decided that they were too little and too dark to work on my cover. So I have this star punch, and it's something I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I think they still have it. And I decided to use some tea-stained paper because it was lighter in color against that darker cover there that I was working with. Of course, I have to break out the gold paint pen. You guys know that I love it and how perfect on stars, right? So I'm using this paint pen. I'll link it in the description box down below. And tracing the edges of my stars, and then I'm going to glue them in place. Yes, so I thought I would mention here, my cover has a little boo-boo. Sometimes when I'm working on all of those covers, I tend to mess a few of them up, and I usually get to keep those. So my cover had a little snip on it, and I decided to add a little piece of washi tape to it. I didn't want to tear it any more than it already was, and I thought this washi was cute anyway. So like I mentioned, I decided to glue this down as a tuck spot here on the first page of my journal, and I play around a little bit with cards, but I don't really add anything to it yet. I want to see what kind of direction I'm going to go later. So that little green cutting mat is from the Dollar Tree. I was so excited to finally find them at my store, and it is the perfect size to just stick into your journal like that when you're working on it. I love it. You guys know I always include some punched out hearts to use on the center strings of your journal if you're interested, but since I've been playing around with the hot air balloons so much and I do love these stars, I decided to use some of these little stars on my center strings. And that is going to be it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have this collection, thank you so much. And don't forget, there is a design team. The links to those amazing ladies will be in the description box down below. Also, if you aren't a member of the Facebook group, I have a free printable on there right now for a 30-day scripture writing that revolves around being fearless and having courage and finding peace and faith and all of that. So if that's something you're interested in, that link will be down below as well. Otherwise, there are a few of these collections left for anyone interested. The Etsy shop link will be down below. Otherwise, you guys, I will see you in the next video. It's one I'm really excited to share with you. I love the project and how it came out. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.